15-year, $650 million contract that runs through 2039 could become $805 million over 15 years if the Mets add $40 million to block the opt-out after 5 years. The question is, can Soto's deal be successful? So far, the start looks good. Against Miami, Soto went 2 for 2 with 2 home runs, 1 walk, 2 stolen bases, and 3 RBIs, raising his WRC plus from 147 to 152 and his OPS from 884 to 903. He became the first player ever with 10 HRs, 10 SBs, and 25 walks in a single month. Excluding defense, he's performing exceptionally well, and suddenly Soto has become an elite base stealer with a WAR of 4.5. With his 34th and 35th HRs, he became the first player in MLB history to hit 35-plus HRs in 3 consecutive seasons with 3 different teams. His current pace of 35 HRs in 136 games projects to 41 HRs, just 2 behind last year's total of 43, but unlike last season, this year he's picking up the pace. In terms of seasons with 110-plus walks, Soto now ranks 6th all-time with 5 such seasons before turning 27, behind Barry Bonds 13, Babe Ruth 11, Ted Williams 9, Mickey Mantle 7, and Jim Thome 5. At just 26 years old, Soto already owns this distinction. His 28 multi-HR games before age 27 are a new MLB record, while his 11 games with 1 HR and 1 BB before age 27 tie the all-time mark. Adding 2 more steals, Soto now has 35 HRs and 25 SBs, putting him on pace to become just the 5th player in MLB history with a 40 HR, 30 SB, 100-plus BB season. The previous 4, Barry Bonds, 1996, 1997, Alex Rodriguez, 1998, and Jose Canseco, 1988. Even Ronald Acuna Jr., 40-70 in 2023, and Shohei Ohtani, 50 HRs in 2023, couldn't reach 100 walks. Soto, with 110 walks, is set to break the Mets franchise record of 125 walks by John Olerud. Only Olerud and Soto have reached 100 walks in Mets history. Through his first 8 seasons, Soto has drawn 880 walks, trailing only Ted Williams for most before age 27. While Williams lost 3 years to WW2, Soto lost part of a season to the shortened pandemic schedule. Previously never stealing more than 12 bases in a season, career-high 57 SBs with 23 CS through 2023, Soto now has 25 SBs with only 1 CS, ranking 3rd best in SB success rate among players with 20-plus SBs this year, behind Story, 24-24, and Buxton, 21-21. Soto credits Mets 1B coach Antoine Richardson, who uses pitch sequence prediction to help Soto run only when success odds are high. Thanks to this strategy, the Mets boast a 116 SB, 13 CS team total, the best success rate in baseball. Despite being in the bottom 15% in sprint speed, Soto has exploited his reputation as a slow runner, surprising opponents with elite timing. Together with Francisco Lindor, 26 HR, 25 SB, the Mets could become only the 3rd team in MLB history with 2 30-30 players, joining the 1987 Mets and the 1996 Rockies. Though criticized earlier for struggles with RISP, since July 20th, Soto has hit .340 but .530, .531 in those situations. His first season's success will ultimately depend on his postseason performance. Soto owns a career PS/OPS of .927, ranking 2nd among hitters in postseason WPA. In Sunday's game, Mets starter Tyler Megal gave up 8 runs in 2 innings, putting them in a 5-0 hole. Lindor's leadoff HR and Soto's second blast tied at 8-8, but Reed Garrett allowed the go-ahead run in the 7th, and Edwin Diaz gave up 2 more in the 9th as the Mets fell 11-8. Lindor drove in 3 RBIs. Meanwhile, the Dodgers lost 3-11 to Arizona, dropping 2 straight to the D-backs and falling 2 games back of the Phillies, just 1 game ahead of the Padres. Tyler Glasnow pitched well, 7 IP, 3 ER, 9 K, but remains winless in 13 straight starts. Dodgers bats were stifled by Eduardo Rodriguez, Kike Hernandez made a costly base-running blunder at 3B, and LA's defense faltered again. Hye-Sung Kim rejoined the Pirates series Wednesday. Max Muncy returns for the Orioles series this weekend. The Giants, after winning 15-8 yesterday, were crushed 1-11 today, ending their 6-game win streak. Young-Hoo Lee went 0 for 3 with 3 Ks, dropping his OPS to 727. Willie Adames hit his 25th HR, preventing a Brewers sweep. He's the first Brewer since 2004 to chase 30 HRs. Trevor Rogers improved to 8-2, 1.39 ERA in his last 14 starts. The Yankees extended their win streak to 7, pulling within 2 games of Toronto despite Devin Williams blowing another lead in the 7th. After a scoreless 10th, they scored 3 in the 11th. Aaron Judge hit his 42nd HR, climbing the Yankees' all-time HR leaderboard. Ruth 1, Mantle 2, Gehrig 3, DiMaggio 4, Berra 5. Judge has now passed Berra, reshaping the top 5 for the first time since 1957. Clark Schmidt threw 6 IP, 1 ER, 8 K. In Philadelphia, the Phillies walked off in the 10th on Trea Turner's 2-run single. Turner went 3 for 4 with a walk, taking over the MLB batting title. Chris Sale, 1 ER, 9 K, and 6 IP, looked sharp in his first start since June, maintaining a 2.45 ERA across 16 starts. Aaron Sanchez countered with 7 IP, 1 ER, 8 K. The Brewers beat Toronto again with rookie Jackson Chourio hitting a clutch HR in the 9th. Reliever Jeff Hoffman gave up back-to-back HRs in the 9th, drawing boos. His ERA is now 5.11. Boston fell to Pittsburgh again. Nick Pivetta allowed 7 ER in 5.1 IP. They extended Aroldis Chapman, giving him 13 Mallers for 2026, with a 13 Loboters vesting option for 2027. San Diego beat Minnesota behind Yainer Diaz's 2 HRs. Ramon Laureano now has 7 HR, 23 RBI in 27 games with the Padres. Kansas City beat Detroit on Bobby Witt Jr.'s 20th HR, making him the first player ever with 20 HR, GUR 30 SB in each of his first 4 seasons. Only Barry Bonds, 9X, and Bobby Bonds, 7X, have more. His HR was a clutch go-ahead shot in the 8th. That's all for today's news.